Well, get ready, there's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. People, get ready for the train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, open up the door and board.
My pledge card is weekly worship. I grew up in a very strong Christian family. If the church doors were open, the Peterson family was there, period, no questions asked. I spent many years running away from the Lord. I finally came to a point in my life where I knew it was time to run back. And believe me, the prodigal son in the parable was a choir boy. I knew I was going to need a strong church. And I tried many different churches, many different denominations. I finally ended up at Millbrook. And this beautiful little lady named Evelyn Schofield put out her hand and took mine and said, "Welcome." That's all she said. I felt the love and grace of God in that little lady's hand. I said, "I think I'm home." Then I went in and sat down. Ned Hill was the pastor at the time. It was Pentecost Sunday. He preached a sermon called "You Get What You Need When You Need It." One of the most powerful sermons I ever heard. I'll never forget it. And I was thinking to myself, why is he preaching to me? And I also, if I dare to paraphrase Ned Hill, I believe that you get what you need where you need it. I've been coming here for about 12 years now. I try not to miss any Sundays. Every once in a while you can't. And I used to think I needed to ask forgiveness if I missed a Sunday of going to church. But I don't believe that to be true anymore. Because I know that God doesn't miss out on any blessings if I'm not here. I do.
Well, I hope to live out God's will through daily devotions and attending weekly service, and the church can support me in that through providing daily devotional material. I feel like I do better when I have a guide. I tend to get in my own head occasionally when I'm praying and tend to just ask about things in my life. But I realize there are so many more things that are even more important to be praying about. And so I feel like I have a guide for how to pray and just on a daily devotional type level. And tied to that are the physical fitness classes that I've been able to attend here, Insanity and Zumba, which provide a wonderful physical outlet for me and mental. So you get rid of so much mental stress when you work out, but it's also wonderful support having other members of the church there with us and cheering each other on and going through that insanity together. But most importantly, at the end, we always do prayer and devotion, and that really just seems to tie everything together, and that has been something that's been wonderful to be part of, and I really plan on continuing that.
I plan to get involved in volunteering. I think it's important that as a church we give to the community around us and try to make it better for the people that live there, and also I think it's important to get involved in the church more than just coming to worship on a Sunday, to try to get into a small group and come out to youth more and just be a better member of the church and just get involved.
How do you plan to design your life?
By reading the Bible more and taking it to school and reading with my friends.
Can you tell us a story about that?
Well, when I first started bringing my Bible to school with my friend, we were reading it together for rotations, and then one day my other friend, her name is Callisto, and she asked if she could read the Bible with me. And I asked my friend Lainey if it was okay, and she said yes, because I didn't really want her to miss out on God. So I said yes, and it was okay with my other friend that I was reading with. So then I didn't and I didn't feel like she knew God and Jesus and like the Bible as I think she kind of needs to, like, to be a better Christian. And so I feel like I've taught her a lot about the Bible and Jesus and God, and now that I know that experience, I feel stronger about it, and I just kind of want to do it more often.
Over the years, I have participated in Sunday school and Bible studies here at the church, and in the last year I have retired, and I made a commitment when I retired that I would read the Bible. And I wasn't sure whether I had actually read every paragraph in the Bible or verse in the Bible. And so, thank you, digital media. Over the last year, I have accomplished that. But what I've also realized is that reading the Bible is not studying or living the Bible. And so consequently, I have indicated that I need to get back into a more formalized Bible study, and hoping that it will better equip me for the leadership role that I currently have here at the church, and certainly help me in my daily life. And I've also indicated that now with my new flexible schedule, that a daytime Bible study would be something that I would be interested in attending.
I pledge to take a larger leadership role in the church, and also to get involved in more outreach activities with the community. The leadership role is especially important to me, helping with Methodist Men, helping with community service, and just trying to be have a larger leadership role and a larger voice in this church.
For my new spiritual pledge, I'm pledging to be more involved with our church's food pantry, specifically to try to volunteer at least once a month at the food pantry. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and my day revolves around food. Someone's always hungry, and I'm always cutting up food or cleaning up food or serving food. And then there's the big Target grocery trip where I can barely push the cart at the end of the trip because it's so full. And so the food pantry was the perfect ministry for me. And the few times that I have volunteered there, I've seen a lot of moms there come with their kids, and it's just really kind of struck me what it must be like to, as a mom, say, well, you can't eat. I know you're hungry, but you can't eat because we've got to make this last till tomorrow, or there's just nothing to eat. Jesus commands us to take care of those who are hungry and those who are suffering, and it's hard for us to do that when our food pantry shelves are bare. And so that has happened a few times when I've been volunteering too, that I have to tell a mom, well, we're out of cereal or we're out of toilet paper or something that she really needs to take care of her children. And so how the church can help me in my new spiritual pledge is to continue to support the food pantry with me, to volunteer your time at the food pantry. If you throw a birthday party for your child or an anniversary party for your parents, ask people instead of a gift to bring a can of food for the food pantry. And then that big old Target cart that I'm pushing every week, if I just throw one more box of cereal on top of that, it's not going to make that much a difference. So I'm going to try to buy at least one or two items for the food pantry every week when I go to the grocery store. And if we can all try to do that, I think that could make a big difference in this ministry.
I've put on my pledge card that I'm going to partake in more daily devotionals and Bible studies due to the fact that I feel it's important to have a better understanding and more knowledge of the Bible due to the fact that I want to grow up and become a pastor.
People get ready, there's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the